Whenever I feel despair because of another COVID surge, another political brawl, another war, another disaster close to home or far away, whenever I feel like crawling back into bed and pulling the covers over my head, I think of the young women we serve. Because the biggest lesson for us at Sharika during this pandemic is this: you cannot stop a girl who has discovered her voice and her power. When COVID reached India, these young women did not crawl back into bed and pull their covers over their heads. They used their voice and their power to educate their neighbors about COVID and fight misinformation that could cost lives in their communities. They used their voice and their power to tutor younger children who could not go into the classrooms and were falling behind. They used their voice and their power to teach their peers how to maintain good hygiene, positive mental health, and how to make sanitary pads with household materials. They used their voice and their power to help their peers register for online courses and to share lecture notes. They used their voice and their power to take turns giving each other strength and hope when the dark days were just too dark and became too overwhelming. By extending one hand, they lifted each other up and helped each other through the pandemic. The results? In 2020, 90% of girls involved in programs supported by Sharika completed high school. In 2020, 100% of Sharika scholars stayed enrolled in college. And in 2021, 100% of Sharika scholars who were scheduled to graduate did graduate on time. 100% of our partners are still open and working hard to provide critical services in marginalized communities. And we at Sharika are still standing. And these numbers are not short of a miracle, given the devastation we've seen over the last 2 years. These numbers are not short of a miracle when the dropout rate of girls in India in 2020 ranged between 15% and 33%, depending on the state, averaging 17% across the country. So when people asked me what our plans are for 2022, it is very simple. We are doubling down on our investment in grassroots leadership who incubate local innovation to address local problems of gender injustice. We are doubling down on our investment in the individual girl because she continues to be the most powerful agent of replication and change in her community. In 2022, we will continue to trust our partners' wisdom and create more opportunities for them to learn from each other and teach us. We will lean into the experience of our scholars and our alum to decide which strategy to prioritize to have the most impact. Because over the last 2 years, we've learned that in the face of uncertainty, our best bet is to let our scholars lead the way.
When she leads,
When she leads.
When she leads,
When she leads,
when she leads, change follows.
change follows. Change follows.